Hey guys, here I am at the Vietnam Memorial. This is one of the iconic statues of three men that fought in Vietnam. We don't care about race, we don't care about what your particular beliefs are. We come together to fight and defend for the United States. That's what they did in Vietnam, even though maybe they weren't as appreciated as much at the time. We appreciate them now. If you're listening and you fought in Vietnam, I appreciate you. Of course, I am a retired Navy SEAL. I got hurt back in 2016 and processed out by 2018. And I am bringing, under Bill Brown, 100 Navy SEALs out here to Washington, D.C., right here. In 2 days, less than 48 hours, we are going to be here to support Pete Hegseth. Now, for those of you that don't know Pete Hegseth, he is Army National Guard officer, a major who has been to combat, has gotten numerous accolades, and has supported the United States and veterans for a really long time. You might have also seen him on Fox and Friends. Him and Will Kane, they like to go on TV and send the news as it should be. So interestingly enough, this year, Donald Trump decided to nominate Pete Hegseth for the Secretary of Defense. That means he would theoretically be in charge of the entire military, or at least third in command. Now with that, he would be replacing somebody called Secretary Austin. And the challenge that we've had over the last few years with this secretary is that he has basically screwed us over, right? In my humble opinion, what he has done in Afghanistan, as well as with the forced jab to all of our service members, is an atrocity. People are never going to forget the image of Afghans hanging off of the planes as the United States just basically left overnight, left $1 trillion in military equipment for Taliban to take over. All the Afghans that were good to us and were working with us, they're all dead. Immediately came in there, and as the power vacuum occurred, and it's just an abomination. A lot of veterans have gone down a very, very dark path after that decision. Now, the other thing is that we've got 8,000 service members that no longer have careers because of the choice to force people out made by Secretary Austin. So we need change. The reason why we're all meeting here in 48 hours is just to do that. And just to give you kind of an idea of where we're at, this is Vietnam Memorial. Right over here, this is the wall. And I'll go ahead and walk down to the wall with you guys so we can see it a little bit closer. But basically, that shows the names of those lost in the Vietnam War. It's a very special place where people come and show their respects. Those that lost their buddies or family members will often come there and leave flowers and some tears. And it's really just a beautiful thing to honor those that have served, to keep this country safe. And for a lot of people that sort of live in a bubble and don't realize what the rest of the world is like, our freedom is not free and it's not guaranteed. And we have to be able to do things to protect ourselves. Number one is securing our border. We just can't have anybody and whoever coming through there. The other thing is that we need to make sure that we have a position of strength, forward projection. And these are things that Pete is going to be able to do, and that is why we are meeting here in less than 48 hours right here to march into the Capitol. Now, the reason why we're in Washington, D.C. in the Capitol is because the 14th, January 14th, is when Pete is being heard by Congress. So Donald Trump nominates him for the Secretary of Defense, but he still has to be approved. So just like you guys have seen in the past, he'll be sitting down, he'll have his microphone, and then each person has a chance to ask him questions, and he has to answer the questions. And hopefully he gets all the votes to be appointed into the position of Secretary of Defense. That would be a beautiful thing. So we're here to support him. We have his back. I know what type of person Pete is. I know him personally, as well as I've seen his record and I've seen the things he's done for veterans, and he has got our back. And that is something that we desperately, desperately need right now, because guess who doesn't have our back? Well, you know the answer to that. So here we are. This is the wall. It's a beautiful monument to those that we lost in Vietnam. holds special meaning in everyone's heart. It's a troubling time at that point. And here in Washington, D.C., at the Vietnam Memorial, we also have that little monument right there. Trademark, beautiful monument. I'll try to walk over there and get a live stream so you guys can see it up and close. But we are going to meet here in 48 hours, 100 SEALs, veterans, patriots, men, women, every race, color, creed, all to support the United States. That's why we're doing this, guys, because we love this country and we don't want it to fall apart. We have to do something immediately. And fortunately, Donald Trump was elected into office, his entire team, and Pete Hegseth is part of that. So this is all a good thing. The next 4 years and beyond, my hope is that we have a tremendous amount of unity in this country. We are more similar than we are different. And we all are free in this country under God's grace. So hope you guys support this. If you have curiosities about what's going on, you can go to the page at www.62r.org. I'll post that, 62r.org. It's got all the information about what we're doing. Thanks.